The little neat freak. Why some cats clean up after themselves. Usually it's a completely different story. There you are, scoop in hand, watching your cat enthusiastically fling litter all over the bathroom, on the radiator, and of course all over the floor you just cleaned. But sometimes, in those rare, almost magical moments, you witness the complete opposite. The cat does its business, and then it works like a tiny, furry excavator. It meticulously buries everything. Then it carefully smooths the surface over. And if your cat is a true perfectionist, it might even come back half an hour later to make a few adjustments, just in case a tiny corner was still showing. You watch this, holding your breath, and can't help but think, are you sure you're a cat? Maybe in a past life you were a health and safety inspector. Cats and hygiene. Facts, myths, and observations. Let's start with a key fact. Cats are naturally clean creatures. However, this level of tidiness varies wildly, from I don't care at all to don't even breathe in the direction of my toilet. So why do cats bury their waste in the first place? It's all driven by a survival instinct. In the wild, scent is a calling card for predators and rivals. It's like a sign that says, I'm here. These are my coordinates. Let's meet at dawn. So, to avoid revealing their location, cats, especially those with strong wild instincts, mask their scent. Even when living in a cozy apartment with an automatic feeder and a heated blanket, they still obey this ancient instinct. When cleanliness goes to extremes. 3. Types of feline sanitarians. Now let's talk about those rare but admirable cases where cats clean up so well. It's almost embarrassing. 1. The perfectionist. This cat digs for a long time. It circles the spot, double-checks its work, and might even use its nose to nudge a single piece of litter that isn't perfectly placed. Its motto is perfectly clean, no questions asked. And yes, it might get anxious if you don't clean the litter box on time. Its signature move? It sits nearby and stares you down like a little health inspector on duty. 2. The paranoid. This one digs with so much intensity, you'd think it was burying state secrets. Or perhaps it's worried the neighbor's cat will track it down by scent and learn all its secrets. This cat is very likely to return to the scene of the crime a little later, just to check that everything is still perfectly concealed. 3. The territory manager. This cat doesn't just clean up, it makes sure no one else uses its toilet. This can sometimes involve trying to disguise the litter box with toys, scraps of paper, or even your slipper. And it's not because it's silly, it's because this cat has its own unique security system. Why don't all cats follow this rule? Now, for the more common scenario. What if your cat does its business and walks away without a backward glance? This doesn't make it a bad cat. It's just a standard issue cat. Some cats simply have a weaker instinct. Some feel they are the dominant animal in the house and want everyone to know it by leaving their scent out in the open. And some just never learned how, especially if they were separated from their mother too early and didn't have a good role model. Can you teach a cat to be tidier? It's possible, but not always necessary. If you'd like your cat to be a bit better at burying, you can try these steps. Use a deep, high-sided litter box. This will help contain the mess and prevent litter from flying everywhere. Choose a litter your cat actually likes, something soft and unscented. Not all cats appreciate coarse gravel on their sensitive paws. Place the clean litter box in a quiet, private corner. If there's a lot of noise and activity with kids, a dog, or you trying to have a chat, your cat might be in a hurry to get out of there. Important: if a cat that used to be tidy suddenly stops burying its waste, pay close attention to its health. Sometimes this can be a sign of pain, discomfort, or a new fear associated with the litter box, like an unpleasant smell, conflicts with other pets, or a bad experience. A neat freak or a master of its domain. So let's wrap this up. The next time you see your pet meticulously grooming itself, hiding after using the litter box, or looking worried about a dirty toilet, don't think of it as being fussy. Instead, praise your little companion and say with pride, "Well, look at you, a true professor of hygiene.